pleasure to be before you guys.
Thank you. And so Tosin, we're the G girls, and we are sisters, and we do everything related to medicine, fashion, style,
Okay,
culture, service. And those are like our core pillars. And so, as you know, we
okay,
have this
nice.
Jisters, which is Gist with the G girls, and we're so happy to have you because you're so talented. And so, welcome to Jisters.
I don't know about that though, but yeah, thank you for having me on Jisters. But about being talented, I don't know.
Yes, you are. So as Ugo mentioned, we're gonna ask you 5 questions. So are you ready?
And I have to answer them, yeah?
You have to answer them.
Yeah, shoot.
Okay,
Shoot,
go
I'm
ahead.
ready.
So, our first question, Tosin, right, is in Phases, which is so amazing. Everyone is raving about Phases, and Ndani TV is just amazing. You play Suki, and Suki is described as like this mouse potato, a little bit awkward. He has a very distinct character, and so we wanted to ask you, do you have similar traits to Suki in real life, like real life Tosin, or is real life Tosin completely different?
Real life Tosin as at right now is completely different, but it's not that hard for me to draw from a part of me because definitely like back in the day, I used to be like that. I can say for sure in secondary school, I wasn't good with the girls. I couldn't, hold a conversation with a lady or a girl at the time because secondary school, she's a girl, not a lady. So yes, so I could draw from that time to play the character, and if there's any bit of me now that shows in Sukomi, it must be the awkward faces, which is something I think I can pull out the bag quite easily. Which I guess you guys would notice. My eyes would just be popping, my brows would be going here and there. It's just one of those things. But yeah, right now I don't, I'm not Sukomi in real life, but maybe I used to be.
That's really interesting. So your role as Sukumi is really like your breakthrough role. Like people know you as
Yeah,
Sukumi on Phases. So
yeah,
being that you're new somewhat to like the Nigerian film industry,
yeah.
what are some things that you really like about it and some things that you feel like are not the best that they can improve upon within the industry?
Um, I don't know, everything. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, but like, there's always room for improvement. Like even if we're going to be talking about Hollywood, there's always going to be room for improvement. So we just need to continue making films, making content, and learning on the go as we make them, and just improve on the audio, on the storytelling, on the acting, the directing, the production itself, organization, all that stuff, on the pay, on the planning. Like there's a whole lot that still needs to be improved, but we're getting it right as we continue to make content. I can say that for sure.
Yeah,
So every single thing, anything you can think of needs to be improved on.
yeah, that makes sense. So what are some things that you feel like the Nigerian film industry does really well in that really makes it unique and really makes you excited to be a part of it?
It must be the speed.
Mm.
The speed of production. Like you hear that, maybe Avengers or something, they shot for 6 months or something. No one has that time here. It's like, if you're going to be shooting something for 6 months, you better be spending millions and millions of dollars. We don't have that to put on a project. So it's like, we need 2 weeks. We need to shoot this thing, starts today and next week. That's it, done. And that speed is like, what? And you guys still manage to get good content out of that rush. That's astounding. Out of this world.
Wow, that's there. See, we would have never the type of quality that's published. You would never even assume that it took weeks. You would think it took years to film the type
Weeks.
of content that you all
Weeks.
produce.
The max you would find will be like a month. Anything outside a month, that's too much. That's not cost effective for a
Wow.
Nigerian production. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's efficient. Yeah. Wow. All right. So Tosin, our next question is: you know that beyond just acting, you actually have some skills in filmmaking. you actually created this short film titled Blast, which was so beautifully curated. Like even the toilet scene, everything was so comedic. It was like, it was.
Thank you.
Beyond just acting, do you potentially see yourself in the future solely doing filmmaking, or do you feel like you want to continue to pursue both?
Um, I would, say I want to be able to pursue both of them, but yeah, if I can be truthful, filmmaking is the goal for me. It's the bigger picture for me. It's acting is kind of like on the way to actual production, but calling the shots, dictating how the story goes, how the effect it would have on the audience, the viewers, playing with the psychology of the viewer. That's what gives me joy. And you can probably tell from Blast, like I kind of knew that effect will happen at the end where people will be like, oh.
Yes. It was so cute. For sure.
Yeah, but even on your Instagram posts, like you'll post different videos and be like, "Oh God!" And by the way, like I edited this, short film, and it's really interesting, like just how you're broadcasting all of your different talents. Like you're more than just an actor, you're more than just Sukumi. So it's really refreshing to see that you have these different layers to who you are as a person. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can say it like that, and then someone else might see it and be like, "Oh, this guy is just a jack of all trades."
No, but I mean, what's the point of keeping your talents to yourself when you can share them with the world?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Everything you're producing is of high quality. It's not just, oh, you put it out there and it's like, what is this? It's actually very good. So it's a talent. You're
Oh,
skilled at
thank you.
that.
Oh,
Don't cry. Okay. So, Tosin, this is now the fourth question. So, now with
well, this is the fourth, yeah.
Yeah, this is the fourth. Okay, you're almost
I'm
done.
doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
You're
doing
doing
good.
well. So, as you know, like, of course, we talked about your breakthrough role with Sukumi on Phases, and now you've become somewhat of a public figure. Like, people look up to you. You're a role model. There's eyes on you. Now.
Okay.
So, being that you're now a role model, that also comes with people assuming different things about you. So, whether good or bad. But what are some assumptions that you've heard that people may think of you that may not be true? And how do you deal with such assumptions?
Assumptions. I don't know, to be honest, because I try not to care,
Right.
what people think of me, because they would always think this or that, good or bad. If you think I'm a bad person, all you need to do is get to know me, and if you don't get to know me, for your pockets, to be honest, it's kind of like, because if you care what people think, you just give yourself a headache, and just to a certain level, it might be more than a headache, and you might get depressed and whatnot. But there's still that real life, like outside of everything, outside of people looking up to you. You also need to look out for yourself. So make sure that your real life is real.
Yeah.
If you think I'm this or think I'm that, if you think I'm this based off of what you've seen, what you see is not really what you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you see him to look like he's stuck up, but that's not my fault that you think I'm stuck up.
Yeah.
Like you saw that, it feels it looks like that's not my fault. Like, did you try to talk to me? No. So I can't really now give myself a headache for your interpretation of something I probably did not do or say. It's like, I try not to, I like my sanity. So I try not to carry on too much stuff.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So being that, you're talking about like advice that you would give people, like don't make assumptions, don't worry yourself with what you don't even know is true. Just go out there and talk to the person or do some research to get to know like who they are. But what are some other like pieces of advice that you would give younger people or people who are saying, oh, see Tosin, I want to be like him one day. So if you could go back and give yourself advice maybe 5-10 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
What would that be? It would be live and let live. Like just do you. Like you don't know until you know. You know, you want to be like this person, you want to be like that person. You don't really know how it's going for that person. So pick out what it is you want. If I say, you know, oh, I want to be like Will Smith, yeah, because for the most part, he had it going good. And I'm not trying to take any shots now, but then with the news that came out, it's not like, so would I have wanted that as well? Would I have wanted my partner to be in an entanglement? You know, so just pick out what it is you want and don't be too drawn or don't drown in what it is that you want. You want to be like Will Smith and you think you want everything, just live and let live, be you. You want to be a big superstar, fantastic, but don't kill yourself for that. Like if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, live and let live. Like you don't know until you actually do know. I don't know if that makes, because I look at people and I think, yo, this guy looks like he's balling. But you don't know what's in his bank account. You don't know what he's going through. It's like, just live your life. Just, hey, life is simple.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, Tosin.
That's me, Sean.
Question 5. Did you hear me?
And that's it. So that's it, Abi. Oh,
There's one more.
the seat is getting cooler.
There's one more.
Because I'm very shy, and I think I've tried so far. We're at 5 now, so my mind has calmed down. Like, whoo, okay, yeah.
This is the last one. It's the last one.
Okay.
So question 5, though, we're gonna test your filmmaking mind. This is the Jisters, Gist with the G Girls Challenge, okay? So,
Okay.
Tosin, you could create a short film starring the G Girls and yourself. What would you title the short film, and give us like a small summary of the plot?
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll title it Entanglement.
Okay, so what will be happening in the film?
Yeah.
That's it now, entanglement. Well, the actual entanglement was 2 guys, 1 girl, but this is 2 girls, 1 guy, so that's it, entanglement. But yeah, okay. 2 girls, 1 guy, G Girls, Tosin, short film. I like romantic comedy. So it'll probably be something like, you know, maybe Uzo is trying to hook me up with Ugo. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, hook me up with Ugo, and then at the end of the day, we now find that actually Tosi and Uzo actually get along better, and actually, you know, they get along better, and I think so. Everyone is thinking, oh, why are they not gelling now? Why are they not gelling? And now it turns out, oh, actually, you know, best friends. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, you should have looked within anyway. I think it's easier that way. 3 casts. 1 scene, boom. I think makes it easier.
Yeah. it's somehow sounding a little bit like Phases.
Phases.
I see what you did there.
No, but then you put Tosin in between 2 girls. So how else is it gonna go?
So what are you trying to like drop some hints on
I'm
what
not dropping anything. I'm not dropping anything.
On what might happen?
Even I don't know what's happening in Phases.
Well, no, thank you. If we have the chance, we have to film it.
Film.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I said if we have the chance, we have to film it one day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Story, script, everything. Yeah. If I'm lucky enough to get to America, because I know so I'm a huge fan of the States. But yeah, okay.
But thank you so much, Tosin.
Thank you for having me. G Girls.
Yes. We enjoyed our time with you, and we really hope that we can continue this relationship and do this again sometime.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be more than happy to do that. Yeah, definitely keep in touch, and you know, one of these days make films, make content, and yeah.
That's right. It was meeting you, Tosin. You were such a joy to speak with, and we thank you so much
Same here. It's been my pleasure.
Take care.
Yeah. I guess.